There's knowledge the wealthy don't want you to have. And today, I'm revealing 7 golden rules about money they'd rather you ignore. These are the uncomfortable truths that explain why some people build wealth while others stay broke forever. Let's start with this. Rule number 1 might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about earning more money. Rule number 1, the utility rule. When you think about having money, what comes to mind? A car, food on the table, those sneakers everyone's wearing? Yeah, that's normal. Money is a tool, a powerful tool for getting what you want or need. Here's where most people mess up. They don't understand what that tool is really for. If you're barely getting by, you think more money solves everything. But money fixes financial problems and creates new ones you weren't expecting. Imagine this. You double your income. Sounds amazing, right? But now you're working twice as hard. Your relationship is suffering because you're never home. You've gained 20 pounds because you don't have time to cook or hit the gym. You're making more money, but somehow your life got worse. Understand the trade-offs before you make them. Nobody on earth is exempt from problems. A millionaire might not worry about bills, but maybe they've got family members constantly asking for money, or they're stressed about keeping their business running. When I was working at an architecture firm, I had a boss pulling in over $30,000 a month. Dude was the most stressed person I've ever met. Like, visibly aging and real-time stressed. So, yeah, accumulate money, build wealth, but never fool yourself into thinking that more money equals a problem-free life. Happiness and peace of mind are way more than a number in your bank account. Reality check. This next rule is why most people stay broke. Rule number 2. The protection rule. Why do you work? To pay bills and eventually retire, right? Here's what no one tells you. While we're pretty decent at making money, most of us are terrible at protecting it. And that's what makes the path to financial freedom take way longer than it should. What does protection mean? It's keeping away everything that wants to take your money. We face financial enemies every single day. That get-rich-quick course promising you'll be a millionaire by next Tuesday. Your kid begging for the latest $1,200 phone. The luxury car you think you need because your current one doesn't give you that feeling anymore. Each one is a financial enemy pulling you away from freedom. I'm not saying live like a broke college student forever. Be smart and conscious about your purchases. Most people know how to generate income. What separates the wealthy from everyone else struggling is how they manage their resources. Sure, luck plays a role. Some people are born into money. But you can't out-exercise a bad diet, and you can't out-earn a spending problem. The more you protect your money, the faster and more secure your path to prosperity becomes. Rule number 3 might make your financial advisor furious. Rule number 3, the minimum savings rule. We've all been told to save money. Your parents, the bank, random Instagram accounts with stock photos and inspirational quotes. Quick truth bomb. You shouldn't be saving all your money. Saving money alone will never make you rich. When you save money, the only person getting rich is whoever's holding it. Banks take your money, lend it to other people at massive interest rates, and give you basically nothing in return. You're getting like 0.5% while they're charging 20% on credit cards. Does that mean you shouldn't save anything? Of course not. You need to be strategic about it. I keep exactly 6 months of expenses in my savings account. That's my emergency fund and day-to-day spending money. Everything else? Invested in assets that actually grow. Index funds, real estate, things that make me money while I sleep. Let's break this down. Keep less in savings. Put the rest to work for you. Savings are a security tool, not the highway to wealth. Your money sitting in a bank account is like a car sitting in your garage. It's safe, but it's not taking you anywhere. Stick with me, because this next part separates builders from dreamers. Rule number 4, the time rule. Ask any wealthy person what their most valuable resource is. They'll say time every single time. But most people don't understand how time builds wealth. That's why scams work. Get rich in 2 days, online casinos, the lottery. People who master time master money, and they do it with 2 key insights. First, it's almost impossible to get rich just trading your time for money. You know why everyone's selling courses now? They create it once and keep making money without working. That's leverage. If you can't find something that generates income without your active involvement, your chances of building real wealth are basically zero. The second time problem, as you get older, you have less time to make money. A single 22-year-old can work 14 to 16-hour days. But productivity drops with age, and when you have kids, your available work time gets cut in half. That's why the wealthiest people look beyond their own 24 hours. Look at the Forbes list. The richest people all own businesses that leverage other people's time, capital, and expertise. To build serious wealth, you need to understand how time influences your journey. It takes time to build experience and move up in your career. It takes time to learn how to start and scale a business. It takes time to leverage compound interest in the stock market. Once you understand how to use time, both yours and other people's, building wealth becomes 10 times easier. But even time can't save you if your expectations destroy you. Rule number 5, the expectation rule. I've seen people work 40 years and end up with nothing because they never learned this rule. This applies to way more than just money, but it explains why people are miserable despite making good money. Ever think that if you just made a certain salary, you'd be happy? When I was younger, I told myself, if I made $1,000 a month, I'd be set. Then it was $3,000, then $5,000. Then I realized something. Achieving goals feels good, but we always want more. Let's say last year you landed a job paying $3,000 a month. You were thrilled. But now it's a year later, you've performed well, and you're still making $3,000. Suddenly you think you deserve $3,700. That $700 gap, that's your expectation gap. As long as it exists, you won't be happy. Some people make $5,000 and are miserable because they think they deserve $10,000. Others make $3,000 and are genuinely happy because they never expected more than $2,000. So when you get a raise or start earning more, ask yourself, do you really want more? Because more money means more work, more responsibility, more problems to solve. Happiness isn't about the amount. It's about alignment between what you have and what you expect. But the next rule is, one rich people actively hide from you. Rule number 6, the privacy rule. Why do people want to be rich? Most will say it's about the stuff they could buy, but is that actually what wealth is? There's this great line from The Psychology of Money that nails it. Wealth is what you don't see. Many of the wealthiest people drive regular cars, live in modest homes, and aren't flashy at all. But if you saw their investment portfolios, your jaw would hit the floor. This gives us a crucial insight. Part of becoming rich is not showing what you have. Material possessions are the opposite of our goal to be financially abundant. Don't tie your financial success to stuff you own. Tie it to the feeling of power and freedom that money can give you. Real wealth isn't the exterior shine. It's the internal strength and peace. It's the ability to make decisions without economic pressure. It's having options. It's living a life with purpose, not just possessions. Discretion is your best ally for lasting prosperity. The people posting their luxury cars and designer bags on social media, they're trying to prove something. The truly wealthy don't need to prove anything to anyone. And this final rule is the one most people completely misunderstand. Rule number 7, the obligation rule. What's the best thing about being a kid? No responsibilities, pure joy and freedom. But that carefree phase doesn't last forever. Responsibilities arrive, work, family, finances. What we acquire can bring utility and meaning. Buying a house gives you a home and can be a valuable investment. But it has a cost: mortgage payments, maintenance, property taxes, and it ties you to one location. Here's the key insight. Genuine wealth isn't measured by how many things you own. It's measured by how many things own you. Real wealth is measured by your freedom. I know someone who bought a beautiful house in the suburbs. Looks amazing. But now they're stuck with a 90-minute commute each way, every single day. Is that wealth, or is that a prison with nice countertops? The key isn't accumulating for accumulation's sake. It's accumulating things that free you up and give you more control over your life. The bottom line. These 7 rules explain why some people build wealth, while others work their whole lives and stay broke. Money solves problems, but creates new ones. Protection is as important as earning. Keep less in savings, invest the rest. Master time, master money. Manage expectations. Happiness is alignment, not accumulation. Stay private about wealth. Acquire freedom, not obligations. The wealthy understand these rules instinctively. The broke ignore them and wonder why they can't get ahead. Which one are you going to be? If this opened your eyes, good, because that's step 1. Step 2, knowing what to actually do with your money right now. If you've got $5,000 sitting in your account, watch this next video. I'll show you exactly what to do with it to actually build wealth instead of letting it waste away. I'll see you in the next one.